My brother King started DJing as a teenager. Took him to see KRS-One, the hip hop legend, when I was in college. Packed venue, energy was insane. Turned my back for a second, where'd it go? Wow, dude is on stage with KRS-One. Now I'm standing there in the crowd thinking, how did he even get up there? But that's who he is. That's who he's always been. It's been that kind of adventure ever since. Fast forward through the years, he's grinding, building his craft, playing clubs, house parties, weddings, and events. At some point at the height of his DJ career, he's crowned the best DJ in Philadelphia. Now let me tell you how big that is. Philadelphia is the hometown of DJ Jazzy Jeff. Maybe you've heard of Fresh Prince. Yes, that DJ Jazzy Jeff. Arguably one of the greatest DJs still working today. A true legend. For this kid, my brother, to be crowned the best in that city, that's not a participation trophy. That's a big boy flex right there. So he's got this ear for music, a knack for knowing what moves the crowd, what builds the energy, what will sustain the vibe. He's very well received across the country as a DJ. Me? I was the college boy. Books. Crazy college loans. That's what 80s teens did, right? We all went to college because, well, we were told to. Suckers or nah? Fast forward some years. I'm back in town visiting. My brother invites me to the club where he's spinning, because that's what they call it. The place was packed. Music was incredible. People dancing. The energy was Red Bull with pop rocks. Please don't try this. As the evening progressed, I watched several people make their way up to the DJ booth. They'd shake his hand, lean in, say something. Then they'd walk away. Later, I realized what was happening. They were requesting their song. He almost never granted those requests. To me, the softer, kinder of the two of us, I was thinking, why not just play their song? What's the big deal? They're asking politely. They're having a good time. Just throw on the track, man, right? So it's late in the evening. Me and my brother head out to grab breakfast, and we're sitting there waiting for our food. And I have to ask him, dude, what's up with not playing people's song when they ask you to? He looked at me, saying calmly, matter of factly, the DJ don't take requests. He explained, the club owners pay me because they're confident in my ability to ensure people have a good time listening to good music. And I got this. For me to take all kinds of requests throws off the balance of the beat. Too many music types to just throw it in there whenever I want to. Well, okay, sir. I'm glad I didn't waste my time or hurt my feelings asking you to play some yacht rock. Years later, I get it. Welcome to Man Listen. This is Jamie. Today we're talking about expertise, integrity, and not letting the peanut gallery derail your purpose. The DJ, don't take requests. Now hear me out. It's not arrogance, not because he doesn't care about the crowd. He was hired for his expertise. Expertise requires trust. That principle applies almost to everything. Your business, your art, your health journey, your career, your life. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Let me break down what my brother taught me about why DJs don't take requests. Because on the surface, it seems rude, right? Someone walks up, they're polite, they ask for their favorite song, and you say, no. Seems cold, dismissive even. But here's what most people don't understand. DJing isn't just playing songs. To some people, a DJ just plays records, right? You hit a button, song plays, easy. Have you been in the inside of a DJ booth lately? It looks more like mission control at NASA than anything. Turntables, mixers, software, controllers, headphones, laptops, lighting controls. I need to take a class just to understand how to turn the volume up. DJing is a craft. It's not passive. It's a whole lot more than pushing play. So I had to learn some things about DJing. They know how to read the room in that they're sensing the energy and knowing what people need. Then they build momentum. We start low, climbing higher to sustaining that peak. And they create flow. Seamless transitions, no jarring, no shifting. Managing tempo and mood. Fast, slow, high energy, chill vibes. Plus, they're anticipating what's next. They're always staying about 2 to 3 songs ahead of what you are mentally thinking. A great DJ doesn't just play hits, they build an experience. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember in the 80s, I was a teenager. I had my cassette. I was ready to hit record when my song came on. Now, that's what DJs do now. They anticipate what you want to hear before you want to hear it. So no, many DJs don't take requests. It throws off the balance. My brother said too many music types to just throw some song in there. Here's what he means by that. Imagine he's playing high energy hip hop. The crowd is hyped, everyone's dancing, energy is crazy. Then somebody requests a slow jam, some Adele, some Barbara Streisand, some Sir Sade. He plays it, the energy dies. People stop dancing, the vibe shifts, momentum is lost. Now he has to rebuild that energy from scratch. So what if my man is like playing K-pop? Kids like that. It's bouncy and it keeps them full of energy, but somebody comes by and asks for country music. It doesn't fit. Not that country is bad, but because it's the wrong genre at the wrong time. The DJ is constructing something. Random requests destroy that beautiful bill. So it's kind of like an architect that's halfway building a skyscraper and in a staff meeting, somebody says, hey, let's put a barn on the third floor. Nah, that's not going to work. The DJ is hired because they're an expert. And here's a key thing my brother said the club owners pay me because they're confident in my ability to ensure people have a good time. The club didn't hire him to be a human jukebox. They didn't hire him to take orders from drunk strangers. They hired him because they trust his judgment. And they know he can read the room. He can keep people moving. He can create an experience that's unforgettable in the moment. He knows music, the inside and the out that make people shake their booties. As was mentioned, I'm a personal trainer. And people on occasion will send me videos from Instagram or TikTok or wherever they got them for people doing really crazy stuff. And I'm like, nah. So I took that understanding when I'm thinking that a DJ is not going to play whatever you want. If that's the case, he's not a DJ. He's just there to take orders. And then the whole scenario gets deeper because if he takes your requests, he's going to take all of their requests. It's a very slippery slope. The moment he plays one person's request, oh, it's on now. And from there, he'll spend the entire evening managing requests instead of actually doing his job. Boundaries aren't mean, they're necessary. So I ask you, friends, based on the scenario, what would you do? Would you maintain your boundaries? Would you allow loss of control? That is not what you're being compensated for. That's not what he's being paid for. He's paid to manage the enjoyment, the musicality of the night. So everybody that comes has a good time. But back to the subject at hand. Everybody thinks they know what they want, but in reality, who knows? The DJ knows. Individuals focus on their experience, their favorite song, their moment. The DJ is focused on a collective experience. He sees the bigger picture. He knows where the night is headed. He knows how to sustain the energy for hours, not just 3 minutes of the thong song. No. In a club setting, the crowd is thinking about one song. The DJ is thinking about the entire evening and what will be discussed for days to come. You see, experts require trust. It comes down to this again. The club owner hired him because they trust him. They trust his taste. They trust his skill, his ability to deliver. Trust means letting experts do their job without micromanaging. If a surgeon is needed, you don't stand over them during surgery, do you? I mean, really, do you? Expertise commands trust, or there's no reason to hire them in the first place. Now, I have to tell you, It took me a while to understand, but years later, I completely understand. I'm doing the exact same thing with my own business. There's this one ad I see from time to time on social media is focused at fitness studio owners. We guarantee 30 new clients every month. Sounds awesome, right? But wait, the fine print and lack of reality aren't on Front Street. What happened to last month's 30 new people, and what will this life disrupting business churn cost me? I need to know. I mention this as a cautionary tale because I bought in before. Some many years ago, I had the super hype man come in and help me build my studio overnight. He was my best friend for 2 weeks. I had no idea until the bill came 3 months later that I was paying for him to be there. I was paying for the rides from his hotel. I even paid for dinner every night. So be careful, be cautious with all this flash in the pan BS that comes your way. I lost over $100,000 that season. Quick fixes, shortcuts, gimmicks. Some of it works for a minute. You lose 10 pounds. You look good for the summer. Then what? What are you going to do then? Unfortunately, a lot of people gain that weight back. You get injured, you burn out. It wasn't sustainable. It's not sustainable. Without a program, without a system to help you sustain long term. In reality, we train for good health. Long term, for life. Don't get me wrong though. I understand the need and desire to look good on vacation, to look amazing for a wedding. But do we ever ask week 7 on that 6-week challenge? What are we going to do? Well, here's the reality, friends. Nice looking shoulders are a bonus. That's not the primary goal. The goal is living well into your 80s, 90s, maybe more if you got it. Having energy to do what you love, moving without pain while preventing disease and maintaining a high quality of life. I'm in shape every day, not just when it's warm, not just for special occasions. I look like this every single day. That's why I practice everything I preach. So when people come to my studio, they're not looking for quick fixes. And if they are, we're either able to re-engineer that thought process or this is not the place for them. No hard feelings. They're looking for a prescriptive model of success. So once we get past the no sweat intro, they're looking for a dialed in understanding of health, knowledge of biomechanics, which means how the body actually moves, and nutritional guidance, what to eat, when, where, and why. And let me make it clear. People know we know what we're doing. I'm not a dictator. I'm not dismissive. When clients come in with ideas, suggestions, questions, I listen. But friends, and hear me out. If you come to my place of business because you believe I can assist you, just know I, the DJ, am not taking requests. So let me be clear, friends. I've owned and operated this fitness studio for 15 years. In that time, hundreds of people have come through those doors and their lives improved for the better. Not because I did what they thought they needed, but because I knew exactly what works. I stand firmly on a science-based approach to training the body for what again? Longevity. Not flash, not trends, not fads. Some of my classes might feel downright boring, but nobody ever says they were easy. We stick to tried and true methods like strength training, progressive overloads, proper recovery, real nutrition, not some Liver King BS. It's the science, the stuff that's been proven over decades. If I were to let every client dictate the program based on what they think they need, we'd never, ever get the results. Never. They want to skip leg day. They want to avoid hard exercise. They want shortcuts. Yo, they don't exist. I'm not the tough guy, regardless of what I might sound like. I would otherwise be doing everyone a disservice if I let them do any old thing. Why? I know what works. I've seen it work for hundreds of people. Matter of fact, to this day, I continue using these methods to improve the lives of hundreds of people. I am hired for that knowledge. My brother doesn't take song requests. Why? Because he knows what it takes to build the hype for the night. I don't take training requests. Why again? Because I know what it takes to build a strong, healthy, and sustainable human body. Well, all right. We covered everything DJing and fitness training. Let me tell you where else this applies. Conceptually, this applies across the many spectrums of life. We have education, we have experience, we have expertise. There is no need for the peanut gallery or their 2 cents or comments on social media. Artists and creators don't compromise your vision. If you're an artist, and I do mean any artist, this is for you. Painters, writers, musicians, filmmakers, photographers, designers, wig makers. I don't care. Create. Do not allow outside sources to waver your greatness. The DJ don't take requests. Now, as much as I would hope you understand what I mean by that, let me break it down for you. Don't let critics, naysayers, or people who don't understand your vision dictate what you create. You're the artist, it's your vision. Your job is to bring it into this world. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone will like it. Who give a, that's not your problem. Let's go back one time and talk about weight loss and health journeys. Do not let others sabotage you. It's what I do every day. Weight loss, health transformation. I see it all the time. Someone commits to a healthier lifestyle, start doing great, losing weight, feeling better, building that momentum. And guess what? The people closest to them start sabotaging. The friend who says, oh, one cheat meal won't hurt. Come on, live a little. Now, just imagine if you're doing great and you're around your family members that start guilt tripping like you're not going to eat grandma's cake. You're being so rude. Funny thing is, with grandma's big butt, she shouldn't be eating grandma's cake either. So feel me on this, friends. The DJ don't take requests. And what do I mean by that? Don't let other people derail you. You set goals. You've made plans. You're doing the work. Don't let others pull you off that track, especially people who aren't about that health life. Tell them to shut all the way up. Why would you take advice from someone that doesn't live the life you aspire to? All right, team, let's huddle. So, in corporate and professional life, don't lose yourself for the team. Even in a corporate environment, I get it. There are times when we must compromise. You're on the team. You have to collaborate. You have to be flexible. Trust me, I get it. But, friends, I urge you don't lose yourself for the team. Understand that most things in life are manufacturing, meaning things will go on without you. The company will survive. The project will get done. Nobody cares about your individual sacrifice. So, yes, be on the team, but don't sacrifice your values, your integrity, your peace for the company that would replace you in a week's time. Stand for yourself, not in arrogance, but with knowledge, skill, and if need be, a knockout punch. I'm just saying, you don't have to be a doormat to be a professional. So let me give you examples of a few people who changed this world by not taking requests. Barack Obama. Do you think in your wildest dreams he could have ever become the first black president of the United States if he bent his self belief for every critic? If he took the time to listen to everybody that said it's impossible, if he compromised his vision to appease the doubters. If you ask me, that answer is heck no. He stood firm, he trusted his vision, he made history. Okay, so maybe you've heard of Steve Jobs. The man was famously stubborn about his vision for Apple. People told him the iPhone would fail, that nobody wanted a touchscreen phone. Critics said the iPad was just a big iPhone. It was pointless. He didn't take requests. He built what he knew the world needed. He was a visionary, and the rest is what we call history. The next guy created the traffic signal. He created the gas mask. At the same time, he faced massive levels of racism, doubt, and resistance. People didn't want to buy his invention because, well, he was black. He didn't take requests. He didn't bend. He persisted. His innovations have saved countless lives. Red light, green light. The big picture I'm trying to paint here is extraordinary men and women buck the system for the good of the system. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't bend to critics. They trusted their expertise. They changed the world. Friends, we are living through very murky waters right now. There's leadership that divides people intentionally, pressure to pick sides on every issue, pressure to perform your beliefs for social media, and there's pressure to compromise your values to fit in. Nope, not doing that. I urge you to stand for something or fall for anything. Isn't that what they say? If you, like me, have something of merit, a skill set, an innovation, a vision, we are responsible to see those things to success or failure. But here's the thing, failure isn't a total loss. You learn, you grow, you adapt. Here's the kicker, most people don't even try. They're too afraid of criticisms. They're too worried about what other people might think. But you're not most people. You're an expert. You have a vision. You have something to offer. Do not let that noise derail you. Friends, this is what I want you to understand. If you've honed your knowledge and skill set to the level of an undeniable expert, don't allow yourself to be questioned by people who don't know what you know. Never dim that bright light for anyone. Never. Own your awesome unapologetically. And that means you don't apologize for knowing what you know. You've put in the work, the hours, the study, the practice, the failures, the lesson learned the hard way. You've earned your expertise. Don't downplay it to make others feel comfortable. Don't say, oh, I'm no expert when you are. Own what you know. You don't bend for the peanut gallery. So let's talk about that peanut gallery. It could be anybody from anywhere talking about anything, but to reference here, the peanut gallery is anyone who has an opinion but no expertise. People who never have done the things that you do will always have something to say. Let them talk. You keep building. Trust your process. I'm telling you from my own experience too. Keep going. You know what works. Trust that. Set your boundaries. Or you can say, hey, nicely, I appreciate your input, but I know how to do this thing. I hear what you're saying, but I'm not taking requests. I respect your perspective, but I'm confident in my approach. Man, listen, boundaries aren't rude. They're protective. They protect your craft, your vision, your purpose, your willingness to fail on your terms. If you're going to fail, and sometimes we definitely will, fail doing it your way. Here's the balance. Owning your expertise doesn't mean being arrogant. It doesn't mean being closed to outside feedback. It doesn't mean you stop learning or growing. It means you're confident in what you bring to this table. Arrogance says, I know everything. I don't need to learn. Everyone else is wrong. Confidence says, I know my craft. I've earned my expertise. I'm open to learning from people who've done what I'm trying to do, but I'm not taking advice from people who haven't. So I'm going to close this part out by being real clear. Arrogance dismisses everyone, whereas confidence discerns who to listen to. Mega difference there. Let me add some nuance here. Because the DJ don't take requests doesn't mean you never listen to anyone. It means you're selective about what feedback you take and who you take it from. When to listen, When someone has an expertise in your field, if another experienced DJ gives my brother some feedback, oh, he's going to listen. And if you know me, you know I'm a student of my craft. So I'm always open and welcome to experienced trainers with decades of results giving me feedback. I'm here to listen. Expertise recognizes expertise. If someone has walked the path that you're on, they've learned the lessons that you haven't. Maybe it's time you sit and pay attention. You could learn something. It's really easy to understand. When the feedback aligns with your value and your vision, not all feedback is bad. Some of it helps you refine, sharpen, and improve. But you have to filter through the nonsense to get to the good stuff sometimes. Does the feedback help get me closer to my goal? Ask yourself questions like that. Or does it pull me off course? You don't need that nonsense. Take what aligns, leave what doesn't away from you. All right, team, hear me out. The data doesn't lie. If my training methods weren't producing results, I'd adjust. If people weren't on the dance floor all night, my brother, the DJ, would adjust. Pay attention to outcomes, adjust accordingly. So check this out. When the feedback compromises your integrity, or when the feedback feels like a betrayal of your personal principles, don't take it. Your integrity is worth more than any approval, any paycheck, or any relationship. All right, team, here's this week's challenge. Identify one area of your expertise. What have you honed? What do you know? Maybe it's your profession, your craft, your art, your skills. Let's name it. Sometimes our issues are subconscious. Other times they're outside sources. So I encourage you to identify where you've been dimming your light. Where are you letting the peanut gallery influence your decisions? Where are you compromising your vision to please others? Where are you taking requests that pull you off course? Name that too. Okay, I like this one. Set one boundary this week. The next time someone tries to give you unsolicited advice, tries to make you compromise, tries to pull you off your path, say, I appreciate your input, but I'm not taking requests. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Say it kindly, say it firmly, but say it. Own your expertise unapologetically. You've earned it. Don't shrink it. Walk into a room with confidence. Share your knowledge. Trust your process. The DJ don't take requests, and neither should you. So my brother was crowned the best DJ in Philadelphia, not because he played every song people asked for, not because he bent to the crowd's every whim, but because he trusted his expertise. He knew his craft, he knew what worked, he knew how to create an unforgettable experience, and he delivered it every single time. I've been running a fitness studio for 15 years. That's both a flex and let you know how crazy I am. Not because I do whatever clients ask. It's not because I'm following every trend on Instagram, but because I know it works. I stand firmly on the science, on the expertise, on the results. And you know what? I deliver every single time. Maybe you've honed your skill over years, maybe decades. Maybe you failed. Maybe you've struggled. Maybe you've learned the hard way, but you know something. And that something, that knowledge is valuable. Do not let a peanut gallery diminish any of it. Don't let critics who've never done what you expect to do tell you how to do it. Don't let people who don't understand your vision, your craft, to question your process. What I'm telling you, people, the DJ don't take requests. You've been hired. I've been hired. He's been hired because we are experts. Own it unapologetically. Just like that, we're done. Team, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for keeping the vibe alive. So on the next episode, well, I'm going to tell you what it's entitled. It's Different When the Rabbit Has the Gun. So this is Jamie. Man, listen, and I'm out. Okay, team, I got one more thing I forgot, but we're still here, right? So I appreciate you listening. I am for it. But what I need you to do is leave a review. iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, or leave a 5-star review any other place that you find this incredible podcast. This will help us reach more people on the outside that need these gems.